I saw this earlier and it really made me stop and think how for 2 years we have been begging you to boycott Disney. We've shown you, the Palestinians have shown you images of children with their heads blown off, whole families wiped out, people starved and displaced, yet we couldn't cancel Disney. As soon as Jimmy Kimmel spoke out about Charlie Kirk and he lost his job, suddenly they have lost $4 billion in market value. People are cancelling their subscriptions so fast, the website is crashing. It's interesting how a white man losing his job mobilizes people faster than brown Muslims being genocided. It's an interesting world. I just thought I'd share that with you. Anyway, hit the follow button if you want to hear some more of my musings.
Man, you people were serious on Disney. Disney, $3 billion estimated loss in just maybe 3 or 4 days. You guys really had a long talk with Disney. $3 billion. People were canceling their timeshare vacations. They're canceling literal ownership of timeshare condos. They're canceling lifetime memberships with Disney World. I'm witnessing a empire lose. And the people are speaking, and they're speaking very loud. I mean, I know people that are literally canceling memberships that they've had for decades. Man, Disney, you really stepped on your own ass. And quite frankly, I don't think bringing Jimmy Kimmel back is going to do anything except fuel the fire of pissed that people are at you right now. You really underestimated your fan base. You made a decision that hurt the quality of your reputation. And now you must sit back and face the lashes.
Apparently, Disney ain't know how serious this shit could get. As of today, Disney lost about $4 billion for playing around with the play around. Mind you, you got people that work for Disney, stars, etc., saying boycott Disney, Hulu, everything else. Shit's so serious on that Hulu app. When you try to cancel it, because you know that shit is $9.99 a month, they telling you, hold on, wait a minute. Don't cancel. We'll give it to you for $2.99 a month for the next X, Y, and Z, and then it'll go back to $9.99 a month. Nah, we don't want that. Ask Target, ask Walmart, and ask everybody else who went against the grain how they got their understanding. See, what everybody got to understand is that you got the big company, but we have to spend the money. So I say that to say this. Don't let them keep playing with us. As long as we allow them to keep playing with us, they're going to play with us, and they're going to do shit they're not supposed to do. That shit that they did, I don't want to mention it because you know how TikTok is, but they wasn't supposed to do it. Regardless of who told them to do it, they was not supposed to do it. So keep showing Disney. Make them an example. I'm out.
Has anyone else been noticing all these ads for Hulu and Disney Plus all over their FYP right now? Like, this shit came out of nowhere, y'all. My feed is literally full of them. And I've never seen a Disney Plus ad before in my life. Not even once. But now all of a sudden, right after they reported losing over $3 billion because so many people canceled their subscriptions, they're suddenly desperate as hell, y'all. They're pushing this super deal bundle now, right? It's Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO Max for $16.99. They know they're screwed up, man. People are fed up. And instead of these idiots fixing the real problem, they're just trying to reel us back in with a shiny new little bundle deal. They're a bunch of fucking nimrods if they really think that we're going to sit up here and take their bait. They're not bringing Jimmy back, though they still have to pay him his contract. I think it's like $50 million or something ridiculous like that. So at the end of the day, the joke's on them. They're just losing even more money.
Y'all, the Disney adults done did it. The Disney adults done did it. Disney done lost $3.87 billion. This is crazy. We ain't getting no more new series, no more new movies for a hot minute.
So currently right now, Disney is learning the very hard and fun lesson that racism equals brokey. They are currently at a loss of $3 billion plus just today. And they are projected to continue losing, and this is all as a result from the fallout of them canceling Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely. I saw the video of one woman who canceled her $150,000 wedding at Disneyland, saying she doesn't get down with this. 150 stacks, gone. She said, nope, never again. No more Disneyland, no more cruises. We don't get down with fascism. This is all just like a little restorative for me, at least personally. Because for a long time, I was under the belief that all Disney adults were just too deep in the sauce, like they've drank way too much Kool-Aid. And for a lot of them, that's their bottom line. They will spend anything, do anything for that rat. But to see so many of them revoking their season passes, their cruises, like, that's where the real money is. And it does make me feel a little tickled pink to know that they are doing this. Like, I'm glad to know humanity isn't completely lost to, like, shiny, sparkly things.
ABC and Disney are now panicking. Why? My name is Rick. In today's video, we are going to talk about why people has been canceling subscription and trip to Disney. This happened after ABC sacked Jimmy. We got a more video like this. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. I will come back with a comment.
We got some breaking news just coming in that ABC and Disney are losing thousands and thousands of liberal customers that they are protesting, which only means that some of the new content that you're gonna get is going to sway over to the conservative party, and we don't have to stop watching the bullshit of all these woke movies and these woke commercials and all the other crap of Mickey Mouse being a girl and Minnie Mouse being a boy. And all the little Democratic influences going, oh, like Aaron Parnas, oh, we're just losing so many, Disney's losing so many prescriptions. Yeah, as much as they're losing, that's how much they're gaining. Because I gotta tell you, for every liberal person out there that fucking just says no to Disney and they want them canceling the membership, I'm reaching out to everybody on the conservative party. You, your sister, your brother, your family, everybody support Disney. Somebody support ABC. This is the new mission that's going on here. We're coming down the pipe. Woke, you finish, you're done, it's over. We got our country back. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Wait a minute, you telling me Disney is losing $3 billion because they couldn't keep their ass out of politics? Aren't they supposed to be entertainment? And of course, I'm talking about, you know, the situation that happened with Jimmy Kimmel. He just got suspended at ABC because he made some, you know, I guess some controversial comments about the American history, the American hero, Charles Kirk. So right, for anybody who don't know, Jimmy Kimmel, he does his show, is on ABC. Disney is the parent company of ABC. So everything is run by Disney over there. That's how powerful Disney is. Crazy work, crazy work. That's a conversation for another topic though, right? Basically what happened was Jimmy on his show, I think it was like September 15th, he made some remarks about Kirk, basically saying what happened to him was karma. People was not rocking with that shit at all. 2 days later, that nigga suspended. Trump, he's online talking about Jimmy Kimmel, he's no talented. Days later, this TV station is shot up. Like literally too much is going on, like 100%. But you know, some people are rocking with Kirk. And Disney, they lost $3 billion in stocks, bonds, supporters, investors. They just losing money. Disney was already losing money. You feel me? We not really rocking with the MCU, all that shit. Like, listen, Disney, y'all gotta do better, bruh.
So this is not about right and left. This is about democracy. And this is about American values. And American values matter because American values bring prosperity. They brought prosperity to our country up until this point, and they will continue to bring prosperity to our country in the future. So here are my receipts. I was paying for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN bundle. I was paying $18.46 a month. That has been canceled. And in the survey at the end, they ask you why you cancel. I went to other and I listed Boycott. Now this account is mainly for Disney Plus, and that is mainly used by my nephews and niece. So we're going to have to have a conversation with them about why they can no longer watch Disney Plus, and I look forward to having that conversation with them. I also canceled Paramount Plus. And I gave the same reason for canceling as I did for Disney Plus. Other Boycott, okay? Now the other thing, okay, that's my streaming services. So my girlfriend, life partner, is a diehard Disney fan, okay? She grew up in Southern California. She grew up going to Disneyland. Disneyland is literally the happiest place on earth for her. So we had plans for this year to go to Disneyland on Thanksgiving. And we are canceling that trip. We're not going there. And round 2 of this is going to be targeting those companies that advertise on these platforms and boycotting them as well. We vote every day with our dollars, okay? And those dollars have power. And you can just ask Target about that power. Because this is going to look like child's play. Target's going to look like nothing compared to this, okay? It's easier to boycott these companies than it is to boycott Target. These companies don't have anything that any of us actually need to survive. We can stand together as Americans, and we will stand together as Americans.
Disney has lost a lot of money in just a few days as people are boycotting Disney, ESPN, and Hulu after they suspended Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I know this may come as a shock, but I am a massive nerd. I love Marvel, the Star Wars franchises. I love wrestling. I love to watch all those things. But I made the decision that the rights to speak out are worth more than my interests. So I also canceled my Disney Plus. I don't have Hulu, and I'm not going to sign up for ESPN for wrestling, even though I love to watch wrestling. So you're going to have to do the same thing, because in the system we're in, money talks. And if enough people subscribe, they will have to bend the knee, bring Jimmy Kimmel back on his own terms, and let him say what he wants to. We are allowed to speak our minds in this country, even if the evil dictator says we cannot. So we'll go over steps to cancel it. Let's send the message out there. Quick steps right here. Go to disneyplus.com in a web browser. Go to your profile icon, select account, and then you just go in and say, I'm canceling, and you can even put in a message. I encourage you, stand up, boycott, protect free speech. Money is the only thing these people listen to. If that's the way we have to get our point across, we will. Cancel your account. We've cost some money. Let's keep doing it.
People are now showing you guys how you can cancel your subscription. Americans are serious when it comes to, to defend themselves or defend someone they love. Jimmy, he is someone who loves. It's come to freedom of speech in USA. It is something really serious. Because he cracked jokes on someone who passed away, he wasn't serious. For those who always watch his shows, he's someone who cracked jokes. Now American is ruled by a dictator. That's why they're starting putting pressure on the people.
Y'all, good morning. I know that everybody has heard about Disney and what's going on over there, right? We've all heard what's happening. But did y'all hear that over the last 2 days, 3 days since all of this started happening, that Disney has lost over $3.87 billion? I can't imagine losing $3.87 right now. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, people are canceling subscriptions, Disney, Hulu, ESPN. I love it. I love it. But I just want to say, y'all remember that story when we were growing up about King Midas, and everything he touched turned to gold? Well, I think we need to start calling syphilitic Sid King Midas, because everything he touches turns to shit and then disappears. I'm not laughing yes, I am. Because didn't they see what happened to Target? I just don't get it. You are one of the largest corporations on the planet. You could have simply just told, okay, no, we're not doing this. Now, I'm sure, they gonna recover. Disney gonna recover. They'll bounce back sooner or later. But I have to say I love this for them. I'm glad I went last week, because I won't be going for a while. And have y'all noticed too that here on this app, like every third advertisement is for Disney Plus and Hulu and all of that, and they bundle packages? So y'all know, y'all see it. Okay.
Damn, the free speech bros were not fucking around this time. I don't know if you guys realize how significant this is. Within just a few days of the Disney boycott, Disney has lost almost the entire box office gross of the Star Wars sequel trilogies. What I'm saying is, all the Star Wars sequel trilogies combined box office gross was like $4.8 billion. And within just a few days, Disney has lost $3.8 billion due to these boycotts. That is the power we hold, guys. That is the power of speaking with your wallet, of voting with your wallet. If you canceled your subscriptions in the past few days, bravo, well done.
And Disney, it might be time for y'all to call Jimmy Kimmel back. The company is literally facing a $3.8 billion loss. Listen, I don't know much about stock market value, but one thing I do know, losing $4 billion can't possibly be good. People are literally canceling their subscriptions and canceling their trips to Disney. People all over the world are standing behind Jimmy Kimmel. Even if Disney is worth over $208 billion, losing $4 billion in 3 days sounds worrisome. And don't let Jimmy Kimmel take this to court. I get everybody hates cancel culture, but sometimes it comes in handy when you want to get your point across. We've all been witnessing what's been going on with Target. People are very much embarrassed to be attached to Target. People are embarrassed to go in to Target. And there are people who stop shopping there completely. I don't care what anybody says, but boycotting works. So like I said, Disney, ABC Family, Freeform, y'all might want to get right.
You guys, so many people have been canceling their Hulu and Disney Plus subscription that the site is literally crashing. Hulu had to shut down the comments of their last post because everybody's commenting on how they're deleting their subscription. And I want to take this a step further because the Disney executives, they're panicking. I have had so many comments in my last video of people canceling their vacation and canceling their Disney Plus subscription. Actually, if you're in Burbank, California or New York City, guess what? The ABC headquarters are there. I think people should go and picket and boycott and protest there because this is ridiculous. I think you should unsubscribe from the Washington Post because why did they fire their last full-time Black opinion writer? If you don't know who she is, she literally changed how journalism is done on the opinion section in Washington Post. She's not no regular journalist. This lady has literally changed so much about the journalism world. And they fired her for literally saying word for word what happened last week. And the craziest part of all of this is that this president is down negative 17 points in popularity. So for Washington Post to fire that lady, for Disney and ABC to preemptively fire Jimmy Kimmel is insane. They could have stood 10 toes down into this administration and to the FCC and been like, try it and see what happens.
So I just canceled my Disney Plus subscription and I want to walk you through what happened because they've made it more difficult to cancel. There's no cancellation button on the immediate page anymore. Now you have to log in and then choose a specific profile and then go into the settings and then hit cancel, and then this happens. First they ask you, are you sure you want to cancel? Here's a subsidized rate, or alternatively, here's a way for you to pause the subscription for a couple of months. When you say you still want to cancel, then they give you another retention page, and they remind you of all the shows and movies that you'll be missing out on if you cancel your Disney Plus account. And then when you say, no, I still want to cancel, then it takes you to yet a third retention page, still asking you to reconsider, and that if you really want to cancel, to give the reason why you want to cancel. And that's where I told them very quickly and briefly that I don't want my hard-earned money to go to fascists who are anti-free speech. And then finally, when they let you cancel, they remind you that you still have the subscription for several more weeks, and they want you to reactivate the account. Early reports are that Disney stock has already plunged 7% in light of firing Jimmy Kimmel. You guys, at the end of the day, canceling Disney Plus is not going to stop fascism by itself, but it sends a message to these billion-dollar corporations that we are paying attention and that we will not tolerate this kind of fascism. And finally, I will say, if you have the capacity to transfer those funds to independent journalists, to activists, to people actually speaking truth to power. Subscribe to them. Let's create a future by investing in people actually committed to justice and human rights, not those corporations capitulating to fascism.
Now Disney is starting to trick people when they are going to, to cancel their subscriptions. They are now starting to remind you, they show you are going to missing. They forget that for people are canceling subscription because what they have done. They forget that people has been subscribed because they love the show and now canceling because what they have done. I hope you liked today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, see you on another one.